Every year, a lot of places observe Father's Day. It happens to be right about now in the United States and a number of other countries. Well, if you're a father, first let me wish you a happy Father's Day. And let's talk a little bit about our reflections on being fathers. Everybody sees it probably through their own eyes, obviously. To me, being a father is one of the most important gifts I've had in my life. When my life has been threatened, I've been able to reflect on that actually and cite it as one very positive thing in my life that makes facing the unknown a whole lot easier, a lot to be grateful there for. Our relationships with our own fathers often are described as complicated. That's kind of a catch-all phrase, I suppose, and really applies to just about any relationship we have with anybody. But since, for men especially, our fathers were probably role models, either good ones or not so good, it's pretty easy to understand why we so often find ourselves reflecting on that relationship. How was our father? How did he treat us? What do we admire in him? What are those things about our father and our relationship that we wish had not happened, we wish had been different, and that we certainly would not want to repeat in our own role as fathers? I think that's a positive contemplation. It's a positive thing to reflect on, as long as we don't get too carried away. It's impossible from where I sit here to tell you that you should immediately mend all the fences if you had an estranged relationship with your father. I know that's not always possible, especially if he's not here anymore. By the same token, I hope if it is possible and you find it within your heart the capacity to forgive him for any affronts that you might have suffered as a child or even as an adult, that there might be a way for you to reconcile those grievances while there still is time. And if he's gone, to do so in your own mind and heart. Our fathers often, I think, as most of us, did their best. That doesn't excuse really bad behavior, and I understand it isn't possible to always get over everything that might have gone wrong in our relationships with our fathers. By the same token, we can learn from our dads, both the positive and the negative influences they had on us. What was it about them that made them noble, that made them laudable, that made us want to imitate them in our own lives? Reflect on those, and if you can't come up with anything, at least reflect on perhaps that he did his best, or if you can't even come up with that, that the lessons, as harsh as they were, are things that stayed with you and hopefully did reflect your own behavior, did not reflect negatively on your behavior towards your own children. Do our own kids need our forgiveness? Do we ever have any occasion to seek it from them? Well, if we're listening to this and we're fathers, I suppose not only do we have, obviously, the chance to think about that, but to do something about it, to look to our relationship with our kids and maybe seek their forgiveness for things that we should have done differently and that we regret now. It's never too late to try. By the same token, if the gaps are too wide, if we've dug too deep a hole to reconcile with our kids, we have to be patient and perhaps understand that forgiveness will come only when and if they decide it is time to do so. Our contriteness is not enough to insist on their forgiveness if, in fact, we have that kind of a problem with our own kids. To force them or to be resentful towards them because they won't forgive us is, in fact, another controlling behavior and is likely to simply compound the pain that exists. So it's important for us to understand our relationship with our kids. Hopefully, none of this applies. It is my true, sincere hope and prayer that your relationships with your children, as I believe my relationships with mine, are solid, are good, are well founded and are based on love and gratitude rather than resentment and regret. That's my hope for you on this Father's Day. And as we go forward in our life, look to those people that we are fathers to, and maybe it extends beyond our blood children. It does in my case, and it is one of the great sources of joy in my life that a number of boys and men, really, not boys, they're all grown up, refer to me as dad, even though I am not their blood fathers. To me, that feels good. It gives me something I need nothing more from them or my own children, frankly, than their love and their joy at knowing me as I share my love and joy at knowing them. Happy Father's Day.